All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. And what I want to get into just pretty much is letting the spirit flow, man. All right, because we in a time now, where we're seeing how it pays off not to be attached to this world, man. All right, because this society is headed for great destruction. The people in it have no clue that the Heavenly Father, all right, is pissed at this society, and He's about to show His indignation. We always speak about, how when Yahweh Shema Shai refers to himself as God Almighty, that means he's in the spirit of pretty much being a terror to the earth, because of what? The conditions of the earth, man. Because when you go into to the scriptures, all right, heavy judgment was always spoken of. That's why even when you go to the epistles dealing with 2 Peter, all right, this is 2 Peter chapter 2, all right, verse 6, and it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after, all right, those that after should live ungodly. Yeah, so the Yahweh Shema Shai made a great example out of ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, for the lifestyle of their society. And America has duplicated that same lifestyle. All right, the Edomites, beginning with the elites that rule this society, they come in that same energy, all right, as those Sodomites, man. Even when you go to Deuteronomy, all right, 32, and that's why all these different, alphabet people get to parade around the earth, man. That's why things like pedophilia is in the conversation of becoming normal, because it's the same energy of ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why it's going to get the same destruction. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 32. It says, for their vine is the vine of Sodom, and the fields of Gomorrah, their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Yeah, so the vine, all right, all right, Esau, Edom, comes from that vine of Sodom, which means the energy that this kingdom is rooted in, all right, is likened unto Sodom and Gomorrah, which is going to get the same judgment. And that's why the scriptures link up, all right, link up the destruction of Babylon, which is America, with the destruction of Sodom. When you read in Jeremiah, all right, let's get there, Jeremiah. All right, I think in Jeremiah is it 49. Because I know it's let me get the one in Isaiah. It's one in Jeremiah 2. I'll probably find it. But you get the one in Isaiah 13, and it links up that same destruction, all right, of Babylon, that Sodom and Gomorrah had, man, showing you that, Yahweh Shema Shai, has put Esau Edom in a trick bag, man. Just by his lifestyle and the energy that he comes in, this man is finna lose, man. You know, this is Isaiah 13, and I started at 17. It said, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them," which is Russia. And when you see the news and talks of World War III, the main two superpowers, you know, that are at odds is America and Russia. And that's Yahweh Bashim al Shai. They're stirring up, you know, they're stirring up the the conflict between Russia and America, man. All right, you had Russia not too long ago. You know, they shot missiles. All right, at a Britain. All right, a warship made it change course. All right, Britain and America warships made them change course. That's the Most High stirring up the Medes, those Russians, man. You see, reading on, and it says, uh, Isaiah 13 and 17, it says, "We shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, that I shall not spare children." Yeah, man, because in this third world war, all right, more civilians are going to die than soldiers. All right. There's millions of soldiers. There's tens and millions of soldiers in the earth, but there's billions of people that will die in this third world war. You see, it ain't gonna be all right. No rules of engagement with this war. When these missiles, all right, get to shooting off these pocket nukes and airstrikes, these nations are just going to be trying to destroy as much as infrastructure as they can. All right. That's the type of war we're coming into, and it's being stirred up because of the wickedness of Esau, Edom, and the motherland of that wickedness being here in America, man. All right, and it says, verse 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." You see that? So it was always set up for America. All right, and this whole beast system to be destroyed, and America to be destroyed as Sodom and Gomorrah, which is through fire, man. All right, and you Americans, you're living in the lake of fire. All right, now you went and took that potion because they act like the potion, you know, makes them immortal. All right, but you still gonna have to deal with the judgment, all right, of Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, Esau ain't got no, you know, ain't no potion for that. All right. So let's read this one. The brother put it up for me. The water, you know, the water for the body, man. You know, this is on GMS, Tazakiah Yahweh, Jeremiah 49 and 17. It says, "Also Edom." You see that? You see how it links Edom? You see, the Most High be putting names on it, you know, but still it's a mystery to the masses. We get it, we see it plainly. So here it is. They linked up in Isaiah 13. It linked up Babylon receiving the same destruction as Sodom and Gomorrah. Now it's mentioning Esau, Edom, you know, and it's going to go into that same judgment. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, Most High keep bringing that judgment, bringing that point back around, man. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. And the neighbor city thereof, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim al Shai, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Yeah, it's going to be uninhabited, man. All right, Yahweh Bashim al Shai is going to destroy every inhabitant on the landmass of America. Everybody would die outside of the elect that's here in America, man. Guarantee. No one, all right, like the movies, you know, you have people walking around trying to find each other, and you know, they find the old walkie-talkie and find the signal, and they ride to this city where people survive. No, all right, that's for the movies. All right, in the movie of How by Shemal Shai, it won't be one inhabitant in America, man. You see that? So as you link, all right, Esau, Edom, then you link the the daughter of Babylon, America, you can link it to the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's on the way. And we see it. We living in those times, man. Hey, this place is a madhouse, man. This place is full of filth. You know, this place is full of filth, man, and it's normalized now. You see, filth is normalized now. Same way like it was in Sodom during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right. Now, let's just get that in Psalms. Get that in Psalms. So like, all right. So let's get that in Psalms. Yeah, brothers in the spirit. I'm gonna get that too. Well, yeah, let's get that in Psalms 73. No, yeah, Psalm 73. Because it was always a setup. Like America, Esau, Edom, he was always in the setup. Even from his first, since the Renaissance period until now, he has always been in the setup, man. You know, it was a time where prophecy was formed, but it was leading him to his destruction, man. Prophecy was in his favor at one time when he came into power. But see, now everything he's doing is working against him. So when you go to Psalm 73 and I started at 17. It says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Yeah, because Asaph is in the spirit of pretty much he's pouting, he's vexed at the prosperity of the wicked. But then he said, until he went into the sanctuary of the Lord, all right, which is this ministry. And this time, talking about this ministry, man, this is the sanctuary of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, this truth, this word, man. Through faith and repentance, we have entered into the holy sanctuary, man. You see? And says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. You see? They were set in slippery places, which means they were set up just to fall. Like you go in Malachi, let's get that in Malachi, man. These people, all right, that are in power, these Edomites, all right, this nation of people was set up in slippery places, man. The Most High, all right, always had Esau in the snare. Even when he came and got us, all right, from the west coast of Africa, when he came and conquered, the northern tribe that was already here in the Americas, north, central, south, when he conquered and brought us over here, man. That was a setup, man. All right, because what the scriptures say about, if a man stealing from man, brother can post it. Everything was a setup against this guy, man. This man was set up to lose, and we were set up to win. And that's the mindset that we have to have, man. That we're set up to win. This guy is set up to lose, man. All right. And he's finna lose, man. That's why he's being so petty, man. But he can feel, all right, that energy, that resistance, man. He can feel the energy of Yahweh Shah, man. Hey, each sincere brother, man, each brother that's a man of the Lord, the spirit of Yahweh Shah is in that brother, man. And then you have new brothers being converted. You see, so the energy of Yahweh Shah is increasing, man. And these devils, they can feel it. You see? And that's why this man is becoming so petty, all right, with his whack-ass kingdom, man. We shouldn't be bothered about this man, shutting off the privileges of this kingdom, man. The hell with this kingdom, man. It should be played out unto us, man. All right? You should be in the spirit of ready to go home, man. Now, when you get, all right, just to prove your point, Malachi 1 and 4, it says, wherein Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build. Well, I started at 3. And it says, this Malachi 1 and 3, it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. You see, and that's when what you call the dark ages, when Esau Edom was pushed out of power. That's when he was pushed out of power, or what they refer to as dark ages. And Esau's his rulership was taken away. All right, going back until he was put in that bottomless pit. He was pushed into lands, that wasn't abounding in resources. That was that bottomless pit, because what resources come out of what? The ground, you know. But the lands that Esau was pushed into, no matter how far you dig, it wasn't resources, man. That's why I refer to like as a bottomless pit. You see? And it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, wherein Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And that's going into what they call the Renaissance period. You see? When he came back and rebuilt it, because Renaissance goes into rebirth, I believe brother looked it up. Even when you go into NATO, all right, that's even talking about a rebirth. You go into the word NATO. Brother, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was his rebirth. All right, that was a rebirth of the Roman Empire, man. You see, that wound, I mean that the head that was wounded to death and did heal, that was during this time, but it was always leading up to his final destruction, man, when he will eventually be no more. All right. Because after this, he'll never come back into power, and eventually he'll never exist as a nation, man. All right. And it says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Yeah, so this man was set up just to be thrown down. The Most High allowed him to come back into power just to throw him down, man. All right, not for this man to perpetually rule. He won't. He think he gonna have floating cars, and the least thing they gonna have, skyscrapers that where you can't even see the top of them. Where they live, that like they gonna live in the sky. And people gonna be living as the grounders. All right, no, he's not gonna reach all that. Most High busting this place down now, and you can feel it, man. I know you brothers feel the energy, man. It's like that last day of school energy, man. Where people get a little loose. You see? Yep. So going back to the point, even when they put us in captivity, that was a trick bag, man. All right. Because Esau Edom think he's so damn clever and he's so deceptive, but he is with Esau Edom is the most deceived person in the earth, man. All right. This is Exodus 21:16 from the brother Bayan Yasha'Allah. And it says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And Esau Edom stole a man. He came and just pretty much just took Jake captive, man, and put Jake in captivity, and we been here since. All right, like when you see Roots is a good illustration, because we, Jake was living over there. They had, different civilizations and kingdoms over there. All right, in the west coast of Africa, man. What they call the slave coast, Sierra Leone. All right, Nigeria. All those different lands over there. Jake, had things going. You know how Jake, you don't take much from Jake, man. Jake gonna turn nothing into something, man. All right, we the sons of God, man. But our wickedness, that's what makes us vulnerable. When we get wicked and disobedient, that's what makes us vulnerable, to these other nations, man. You see, and that's what happened. And Esau came, all right. He seized the opportunity and he stole us away and brought us captive, man. But guess what? We're gonna be found in your hand, man. All right. It was like we was planning on you, man. All right. Esau Edom, he's known for those dirty cops are known for planting drugs on Jake, Well, he's Yahweh Shema Shah planted a nation on you, man. You see? And you gonna have the deal, man. Yep. And this is from the brother Amawan Abad, Isaiah 51:14. It said, the captive exile hastening that he may be loose. All right. And we're the captive exile. Now we hasten to be loose, man. We not living, man. All right. This is not living. Jake trying to save a life. You trying to save a life. There's no life, man. You see? Why the hell would you want to plug back into a system where the people that hate you the most on the earth are in power, man? We hasten to be loose, man. You see? It says, and that he should not die in the pit nor that his bread should fail. Yeah, and this pit is this system, man. You know, we're not looking to live our lives out here, man. No, we're looking for the coming of Yahweh Shah to be delivered, man. Even if we die in the process fighting, you know, for salvation, guess what? We'll be raised right back up, man. So we still all right, not gonna die within this system, man. You know, it said, nor that his bread shall fail, man. And we want to we want to live, man, and that's gonna be with Yahweh Shah, you know. So we haste the coming of Yahweh Shah, man. We hasten this coming. All right. And the brother looked that word up for me at the water, brother. This is GMS Tazakaya Yahweh, you know. It says from Latin, natus, from earlier, all right, proto Italic, all right, which it says natas. And you go into the definition, it means begotten, produce, to beget, to give birth. You see that? So Esau Edom during the Renaissance period, he gave birth to the Roman Empire again, man. All right, he brought forth. To begat means to bring forth, or like you say, produce. All right, because Yahweh Shai is known as what, the only begotten Son, because he's the only spirit that Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father Yahweh brought forth, and Yahweh Shai created everything else, man. You see, so during the Renaissance, going back to the time of going back to the time of pretty much with the Spanish, beginning with the Spanish, you know, and the Portuguese, when you had mainly the fall of the Moorish Empire in Granada, you know, they was taken down by Ferdinand II, all right, of Castile, and Queen Isabella of Castile, and they took down the Moors. And what did you have that same year? All right, 1492. Columbus come over here, you know, and that started those Spanish conquests, man. You know, and through that you had Portugal eventually join in, then the Britons, all right, the French, and what did you have, man? The rebirth of that Roman Empire, man. You see, so this is where we at, man. All right, and Yahweh Shema Shai is finna overthrow this place, man. When you go into yep, the Reconquista, all right, and reconquering, yep, you know. Then you had the Roman Catholic, all right, during that time, those Edomites, they were what you had, the Spanish, you know, requirement, which ultimately said, look, you're gonna give us this land, it's ordained by God, and if you don't, we're gonna go to war with you, man. You know, look up the Spanish requirement, you know, on Wikipedia, man. You know, this is on the brother Bayan Yasha'Allah. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppressors make it a wise man mad, and they gift destroyeth the heart. You see? Surely oppression make it a wise man mad. And see, you have to be wise just to understand how oppressed we are, man. You know, this is not it. This is not a life, man. We can't enjoy family here, man. Having children shouldn't be a burden. You know, having a woman shouldn't be a headache. That's a lie of the devil, man. You know, he normalized madness and said this is normal. This is living. No. All right. You shouldn't have to ask another man to leave the country, man. Another man shouldn't be telling you how much to pay per week to take care of your child, man. You know, this is not living. This ain't it. So at the end of the day, we have a mindset of getting ready to get the hell out of here, man. This is it, man. All right. How about Shema Shai is bigger than the job, man? You know, for any brothers, any sisters, you know, might be having holdups about these little jobs. Hey, how about Shema Shai much bigger than a damn job, man? You know, way bigger than that, man. All right, we came here to be great, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is building greatness amongst the elect, man. You know, not no damn employees, man. All right, this is we do what we gotta do for the time being, you know, and if you can, you know, you find a loophole, you know, within your situation, you know, where you can continue your job without having to take, without having to bow the knee, then cool, man. But it's gonna come a point where, we're gonna have to be ready to give up everything, man. And that's just where we at with it. So I just want to put some on wax, you know. I say, man, as Esau Edom tries harder to suppress this word, we're gonna go hard in the spirit, man. We're gonna make this devil work, man. All right, we're gonna make them work. I say it's why, it's good to go live. Brothers can help you with the lesson. Brothers give their input. They look up things on the side, you know. Hey, it's beautiful, man. So hey, long as we got our small, group of believers, we come together and get it in, it's all good, man. Numbers don't matter, man. It's about the quality of spirits. You see? So Lord will you brothers and you few sisters edified, till the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abab Abal, DTA soon.